This is our Health Ambassador training, nutrition at our free grocery programs. Welcome to our virtual Health Ambassador training. We are so excited to grow our volunteer team, especially during these times. Whether you're taking this training because you have a passion for nutrition and wellness, have a love for cooking, or you want to give back to our community in need, or whatever the reason is that brought you here, we welcome you. We are always looking for great volunteers to add to our team. Here's what we will be covering during today's training. Mission and vision of Second Harvest of Silicon Valley, our pandemic response, community nutrition education, and your role as a health ambassador. We hope that this training gives you some insight with who we are as a leading nonprofit organization and answer all, if not most, of your questions with becoming a health ambassador. I want to start by sharing a snapshot of our scope of work within our nutrition department. Here you'll find a list of some of the key things that we do in our department. So for the first one, we help inform food distribution menus. We have a nutrition director that works with us and other staff members, and they come together to select food menus based on cultural preferences, client preferences, what's available, and lastly, a menu where our clients can create nutritious, balanced meals for them and their families. Our team of managers, along with the help of our wonderful volunteers, also encourage consumption of nutritious foods, inspire cooking with food bank staples, promote health and wellness, ensure food safety, and provide a better overall client experience. Our staff and volunteers are all key to making this happen. Our mission and vision at Second Harvest of Silicon Valley. And here is our mission statement. Lead our community to ensure that anyone who needs a healthy meal can get one. And Second Harvest is committed to doing whatever it takes to build this hunger-free community. That means distributing nutritious foods to nearly every neighborhood in San Mateo and Santa Clara counties, leveraging every available food resource, collaborating with different organizations, and people who really share our belief that hunger is unacceptable. We believe that nutritious food is the foundation for a healthy, productive life. Food insecurity in our community. The USDA definition of food insecurity is lack of consistent access to enough food for an active, healthy life. It's important to recognize that hunger and food insecurity are closely related, but distinct concepts. With hunger, we're referring to a personal physical sensation of discomfort that almost all of us can relate to, while food insecurity refers to a consistent lack of available financial resources for food. And when we're talking about food, it's not just any type. We know that high-calorie, high-fat processed food can be relatively cheap. When we speak of food, we're referring to that food that is nutritious to help you live that active and healthy life. Some food bank facts. We're one of the largest food banks in the U.S. We serve an average of 500,000 people each month, and that's twice as many people as pre-pandemic. We're dedicated to nutrition. Our nutrition policy guides our food distributions with nutritious foods. We work hard to plan a menu of food that is healthy, culturally appropriate, and delicious. We're also one of the first food banks to have a nutritionist on staff. Here's a fun diagram to show you how we work. Food comes in, you can see, by either donations or it gets purchased by us. We receive monetary donations from individuals, corporate groups, and through fundraisers. And with this money, some of the food that we purchase are protein items such as eggs, chicken, milk. We also purchase a lot of whole grains such as pastas and rice. The food then gets sent to one of our 3 warehouses where it gets sorted. Then it goes out to our community and to our neighbors, either to our partners, and these partners are nonprofit agencies and government entities, and they serve the community that are also struggling to make ends meet. These partners provide also a wide range of services in the community, and they include soup kitchens and pantries, shelters, schools, libraries, senior centers, medical clinics, and many more. We also then have our Second Harvest grocery programs, and this is where we will do probably a lot more of our volunteering. And at these distribution sites, They are in the neighborhoods of clients where to make it really easy and convenient for them to receive food. And they look kind of like pop-up distributions. However, they are there on a weekly or monthly schedule. Who we serve. Here are some pictures of our real clients. And as you can see, there is no single face when it comes to food insecurity. It impacts every community in every neighborhood. It used to be that our clients were often out of work or in transition, but now with housing prices so high, our clients are families that are working multiple jobs. We have students and seniors on a fixed income. And now with the COVID pandemic, we are seeing people who have never needed our social services before and are coming to our food distributions for the very first time. Now you'll hear a little bit of our pandemic response at the food bank. Here are some numbers that reflect our COVID-19 response. Even before COVID-19, Second Harvest was responding to a level of food insecurity in Silicon Valley that indicated that there was already a crisis, providing groceries to a record number of clients every month. After the pandemic hit, that number doubled to 500,000 people on average every month. We've also sourced and distributed 11 million pounds of food on average every month, allowing us to provide a nutritious mix of staples and fresh produce for our clients. And Second Harvest has also worked hard to open emergency drive-through sites, as well as to help our partners convert their distributions to drive-throughs. We ramped up our home delivery initiative, which is primarily focused on serving homebound seniors. We now deliver food to 5,000 households. To maintain the safety for our clients and volunteers, about 2/3 of the food we distribute is pre-boxed. This helps ensure quick service and minimal contact. Food distribution changes during COVID-19. So pre-COVID, we had something called client choice focus. And in these free community markets, the client choice was very engaging. It looked very much like a farmer's market style. Clients would come in, pick the food that they wanted and leave the food that they didn't want. There was a lot of engagement. They looked very lovely. However, we had to make some significant changes when COVID-19 hit. Our priority was volume, speed, and most importantly, safety concerns. So we had to change our model from client choice to drive-throughs, and from having clients choose the foods that they want to loading box food into their vehicles. We've highlighted here some of our wonderful volunteers, from boxing food at the warehouse to helping with home delivery to out at the food distribution sites. They've done some wonderful work, and we really couldn't get the food out there to our clients without them. Now we'll cover our community nutrition education. Changes to our nutrition education. We had to find ways to continue to reach out to our clients and to continue to engage with them on topics around cooking and food choices and health and wellness. We also had to be imaginative as an organization, thinking of new ways to share our message. So we moved from in-person education to online, created online nutrition content like webinars, presentations, and live classes. We ramped up our recipe library, and now we are here piloting our new health ambassador model. Our community nutrition education department provides inspiration and support to our clients around food and wellness. We've created some delicious recipes that help utilize the food received. We've created nutrition topics that are carefully created with the clients in mind. We share simple tips on managing diet-related conditions, and many conversations that we have with clients around food, cooking, and comfort. In addition to our nutrition ed work that I shared in the last slide, we also have started to incorporate a deeper way of engaging and understanding our clients. We engage with our clients around food choices, and we celebrate on how our food can nourish and heal the body, and we show self-care through cooking and mindful eating. We've also recognized when we teach nutrition ed that there is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to it. The changes that we make with educating clients can be small, such as not labeling food as good or bad, or removing the diet culture from the conversations, or starting conversations around comfort food or what influences their food choices, sharing early childhood memories around food as well. All of these examples help us as educators understand the client, their needs, and how to best approach these uneasy topics. Relationship between clients and food. So I want us to stop for a minute and think about our relationship with food. So how did your life experiences, whether good or bad, change the way you use food or change your relationship with food? Maybe food was used to glue your life together during a stressful time. Maybe food was used as an act of celebration or triumph. Or maybe for some, there was such a scarcity that when it came to food, the subject would bring up past trauma. Well, for us as nutrition educators, when we engage with clients, we need to keep all this in mind. The relationship between clients and food must be treated with care. Stress of any kind can cause disruption in a healthy relationship with food. And food itself can be a source of trauma, which begins or worsens an unhealthy relationship with food. Your role as a health ambassador volunteer. This volunteer role means more than just showing up and following a job. It's about being part of this community, about giving your time to make someone's day a bit better and a bit brighter. This volunteer position gives you the opportunity to give back and to help our communities in need. What we will need from you is to attend a drive-through free grocery program, safely engage with clients to promote a better client experience, and help pass out handouts such as recipe cards, food safety flyers, and nutrition promotions. We ask you to help spread the word about our services and other food resources. Help clients learn about how nutritious foods can improve their lives and share ways to incorporate the foods they receive from us in everyday recipes. What's also important is food safety. We make that a top priority. So sharing food safety tips, such as learning what an expiration date on food means, is also important. Free grocery programs. Every distribution site is unique to size and location. However, most drive-thrus will run very similar. You can see up to 1,200 families attending one grocery program. Cars are lined up, mostly at a standstill, waiting for food boxes. Site volunteers place food boxes in their cars or trunk, and site volunteers have different roles to ensure distribution runs smoothly. Also note that when site volunteers place food boxes in their cars, it's the clients that open their own doors or trunks. With different roles you see at the sites, you may have 1 or 2 volunteers handling registration, other volunteers guiding traffic, and a bulk of volunteers will be helping with the food boxes. Here you can see what a drive-through food distribution looks like. Also, you see that the different volunteers have different roles to make this whole food distribution run smoothly. The top picture, you've got a few volunteers handling registration when clients walk up, and on the bottom you see a bulk of the volunteers helping load the food into the cars. Client satisfaction. I'll say it a few times throughout this training that your role as a health ambassador volunteer is also about being part of our community and about providing a positive client experience with each and every client you come into contact with. We provide access to nutritious foods at no cost to clients. You safely engage with clients at food distributions, and together we create a positive environment by making client satisfaction a top priority. Gestures like waving hello and goodbye, or giving someone a thumbs up, or even smiling through your mask may seem small or insignificant, but they actually are very impactful. They can mean the world to a senior who maybe is too afraid to leave the house, so their only contact with people is at our grocery program, or for the mother who just lost her job and is filled with shame for needing our services for the first time to feed her children. These stories go on, and every client that shows up to receive food has a story of their own. So I'll say it again. Together, we create a positive client experience. And here are some pictures of some of our wonderful volunteers in action. I really love these pictures because I think it really captures the energy that they experience out at the distribution sites. And this is what some of them had to say. The gentleman on the left, his name is Sean, and Sean says, "Today is my birthday. I was only going to be at home, so why not be productive and volunteer with Second Harvest? It's a special birthday for sure, and I will never forget this. And then we have Martha on the bottom right-hand side, and Martha says, sorting and boxing produce means I have muscles now that I've never had before. Volunteering is so rewarding, and it makes such a difference in the community. Engaging safely. We strive to keep our community, clients, and volunteers safe during this time. Follow social distancing recommendations. Always wear a face covering. Sanitize hands and wear disposable gloves. And please stay home if you or someone in your household is sick. Here are some of the handouts that we would like our clients to receive. We have new recipe cards to share that come in 4 languages: English, Spanish, Chinese, and Vietnamese. Our food safety flyers are also very popular amongst our clients as they help keep them safe from any foodborne illness. Our flyer to the right is called When Should I Eat This? And this one's very popular, and it simply teaches clients the meaning of label dates on food. They learn that most expiration dates are not true safety dates, rather just quality dates, and that most food is still going to be safe to consume after these dates. Now, there's going to be different ways for you to interact with clients during these times out at a food distribution. A lot is going to depend on the comfort of both you and your clients, and regardless of the comfort level, we still strongly suggest that you maintain a safe distance at all times. You may feel comfortable handing out flyers directly to the client, or perhaps just let the client know what it is that you're sharing and place it near their food box in their car. You can also engage in short conversations with the client as lines are at a standstill, but you will find out what's going to work best once you're there at the food distribution site. Our recipe cards. Our recipe cards are a great tool to teach clients how to best utilize the foods received at our free grocery programs. When handing out at least 50% of fresh produce to clients, sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming with what to do with it. Some of the produce received may be new to clients, and they may be wondering what's the best thing they can do with it or how can they cook or prepare it. Foods like spaghetti squash or turnips, even sometimes Brussels sprouts, artichokes, and beets can be a bit challenging for clients. That is where our recipe cards come in. We've created them with the client in mind. In our recipes, we incorporate food bank staples along with fresh seasonal produce we receive to really create these cards to make it easy and simple for clients to create a dish or a meal at home. These recipe cards teach clients ways to use and prepare foods, inspire cooking with new recipe ideas, promote healthy eating in a fun way. It shows that nutritious foods is also delicious food, builds client confidence with easy to follow recipes, and also prevents food waste. Here are the next steps for signing up. Look out for an email with the volunteer registration links. Be sure to fill out all of the forms. The volunteer calendar link will be sent out to you, and there you can easily sign up for your next food distribution site to attend. Now, after you have signed up for your volunteer site, the manager is going to contact you the day before. This is really just for a confirmation to make sure you have everything that you need, you know who's going to be attending with you, and to confirm the address and the time of the distribution site. Be sure to introduce yourself to the site leader if you are there, and if a manager is not there with you. Every food distribution is going to have someone in charge or a few people in charge. And we do recommend that you let them know that you are there volunteering with the nutrition department. Sometimes if you don't tell them that you're with the nutrition department, they might throw you to some other odd task, which is okay. But if you're there primarily to help out with nutrition, we do want to let them know. Wear proper attire. So aside from wearing face coverings and face masks at all times, we also want you wearing comfortable clothing, such as closed-toe shoes. Help with the food distribution if needed. So this means, if they're short on volunteers and they need some extra hands to get this food distribution going and for clients to get their food, so the line is moving, please feel free to do so, whether it's setting up or handing out food or guiding traffic, feel free to help out and lend a hand whenever you can. You can follow us on our Facebook page, SHFB-Health Ambassadors. Here you find a lot of our health ambassadors out at our sites. We like to highlight the work that we are doing and really give you recognition for being out there and helping us out in the community. Thank you so much for taking the training. We really look forward to working with each and every one of you. We are excited to be back out there at our free grocery programs and engaging with clients and really spreading the word on nutrition and healthy eating and recipes and food safety. If you have any questions, please contact us at nutrition@shfb.org. Thanks again.